Every time I scoop up those twins, I feel tears coming. Gotta tough it out so they don't think daddy's broken. You're invisible to her. And in a lot of ways you are, right? Because she's thinking really about those children. He says, "Hey Jay, I'm Lonely Luke from Pilsen. Married 8 years, twins are 3. Haven't been intimate with my wife since they popped out. Every night the futon splits, daddy's side, twin side, her side. She says I'm sweaty if I scoot closer. I walk to work, cars are useless, subways cost an arm, and half my 60 grand is tied up in daycare. Problem started 3 years back when they cried all night and she never slept again. We used to steal kisses on the L, whisper, I miss you already. Now it just rattles our bottles. Nobody talks. I don't drink, I don't cheat. I just lie here awake, hearing her breathe 3 inches off and thinking, this isn't what 8 years should feel like. Every time I scoop up those twins, I feel tears coming. Gotta tough it out so they don't think daddy's broken. I want fireworks back, not bubbles. I want to be her guy again. Help, Luke." Please go into the comments and give your advice. Maybe things that had helped you out of similar situations. So I guess I start, right? So Luke, number 1, communication is going to be huge. I'm a big proponent. I preach communication all the time. Also, we got to remember that with communication, we need comprehension and emotions are going to be there, right? So be open and remember, it's often the thing that you feel like you shouldn't say is the thing you might need to say. It's maybe exactly that. So, all right. She's changed. All right. Her body has changed. Her brain, her chemistry, the way she thinks. Everything is different now. She had babies. Little human beings grew inside of her. Right. And that changes you, like physically, mentally, everything. Everything is different. This isn't a you thing, Luke, okay? This is a very much a her thing in maybe the most beautiful way it could be. So, in complicated way that it could be. In simple that it could be. So, it's a lot of things going on there. Everything in her head is kids. You know, this is all she's concerned with. She's overwhelmed with the kid thought, like their future, their just everything with the children. You know, she's lost, right? And the financial struggles. I'm sure she, as we do when we're young, wasn't assuming that these struggles would be this real and that food might be one of the things in jeopardy, right? And maybe that's true, maybe it's not, but it seems very possible that all things are a struggle, right? So if I could talk to her, I'd like to tell her and you that you're not doomed, all right? This is normal. This is very normal. I would love to say to her and yourself that this is very normal. You are not doomed by any means. And she sees your efforts. I know that you probably feel as though that you're invisible to her. And in a lot of ways you are, right? Because she's thinking really about those children and about her changes and etc. And quite frankly, she's probably feeling incredibly scared and guilty, you know? And if she pats you on the back and says, "Oh, you're doing great, honey," it's not going to take her fear away. All right? It's really important to understand that as much as you want these things to take place, and maybe you need these things to take place in a way, right? I've been through so much of what you've said in your letter. The truth is that there's not a pat on the back that's going to make her fears go away. I'm sure she's lonely. I mean, it just, again, I don't know if she got a job, she getting out, you know, or is it just the kids? I mean, you said you got daycare going on, so I'm guessing she's got a job, but, you know, what are your hours? What are her hours? This is complicated. A lot of details are missing here, but I'd like to say in a big, huge way, she's drowning, all right, in motherhood. She's drowning in motherhood, being that, like, all she thinks about is the kids, the future of the kids, you know, how much that has changed her life and your life, obviously, but very much the impact is on her. Like, her whole body changed, like all the molecules in her changed, right? So she doesn't think the way she used to think, you know, 5 years ago, if you will. Her thoughts are, nobody is prepared for these kinds of changes. You can't be told it and then be prepared for it. It doesn't work like that. But again, I think that it's really important to understand that everything was rewired, right? And I know I'm kind of beating on that, but I think that's the big picture here, is that her body, her brain was rewired in a way that you and I cannot understand. We just can't. We can be there and communicate and be caring and loving and open and be available. All right. She's in survival mode would be my guess. And that's louder than your walks to work for her. It is as honorable as it is that you walk to work, you don't take the train, etc., etc. Like, survival mode. And you know too, because you're going through this. So I wrote you something, and I hope it makes sense. And before I read this, let me talk to, once again, everybody. Please go in the comments and help Luke, right? And by the way, his name has been changed because I just feel like it's very important to have safety here, right? I don't want to call anybody out. I don't think it's not the goal. But here we go. I'm going to read you what I wrote. This is the beginning, Luke, not the end. The part where you realize life isn't the wedding. It's this: two wrecked people staring at each other over a futon like it's the Grand Canyon. You're both asking why yesterday love turned into silence, why tomorrow feels like a loan you can't repay. This is normal. It's perfectly normal. This is the first draft of marriage. It's the messy chapter before chapter 2. The trick isn't fixing her or fixing you. It's showing up tomorrow like it's already turning. Start with, I'm right here you're right here. That's enough. Because the tide doesn't turn with fireworks. It turns when you both admit you're drowning and you keep swimming anyway. Hold her hand on the futon for 10 seconds. Say nothing. Do it again the next night. That's your bond saying, we haven't sunk yet. Tomorrow's the first page of the rewrite. Write it together, even if it's just breathing the same air. You don't have to stay. You get to. This might be the high point for a while. Let that sink in. Luke, this might be as good as it gets for a while. All right? That's the reality. That's and that's fine. It can be beautiful as well. The future is unwritten. Life is about effort, consistency, and choices. The better choices you make and the more consistent and the more effort you put in, the better your life will be. All right, Luke, hang in there. You're doing great. Thanks for watching. You, the viewer, you, the person listening, you, the person watching, you, the person that this is not happening to, they need you. And that's why I'm doing this, because I believe we can help.